good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Welcome again to another Sunshine Shoulders live stream. Thank y'all so much for all your support over the years. 4 years. Now, my live stream hasn't been on here for 4 years, but my channel has been. We're just going to kind of go down memory lane. And I want to know what's going on with you guys for the last 4 years. Y'all know what I'm doing. Y'all been keeping up with me. I want y'all to put in the comments what y'all accomplished. What have y'all overcome in the last 4 years? What's up, Jeffrey Tatter? Moments with Mitch. Shout out to the NTZ crew, Michael Beecher Life and Jacob Tanjay. This is y'all celebration too. If you want to know why I got on this ridiculous wig, man, for the first 30 minutes of my live stream, I'm going to wear this because I want people to know that you are good enough. You can be your authentic self. You don't need the makeup, the veneers, the wigs, the weaves. We love you just the way you are. You know, maybe a couple of weeks ago, I never disclosed this because it really hurt my heart. But you know, every morning, Merlin does the girl's hair. Well, Booby, she's watching her big sister, Sophia, and she says, I want beautiful hair like Sophia. And for Booby to be her age and for her to say that, man, it just did something to me. Because, you know, I grew up in an age and still in an era where we don't think our hair is good enough. There's no such thing as bad hair. Booby has as beautiful a head of her hair as anybody I've ever seen. But for some reason, even at her age, maybe somebody told her that. I told her, you're beautiful. And everywhere she goes, people are amazed at her hair. But it goes for my daughters at home. My ex-American wife. I want you to know that we love you just the way you are, your authentic self. What's up, Mr. Passport King? Let's beat your life. He says, another year in paradise, time is flying. It really is. But I want to welcome all my members. Thank y'all so much for your support. All my old heads. What's up, Johnny S? Any new viewers and subscribers to the live stream, don't make me laugh, man, because I'm trying to hold a clear, a serious face because this is serious, man. It's time that we stop. I want people to see how ridiculous they look. And one of my trolls, I actually look like him. That sick grandpa guy, I actually look like him today. Maybe he'll get the message to take off that damn wig that he's wearing. I hope it's a wig. I hope that's not his real hair. But it hurt my heart, man, to hear my 3-year-old daughter, she's 4 now, say that her hair isn't beautiful. Why isn't it beautiful? It is. And anybody catching this on replay, yeah, it is. It looks ridiculous, right? But I guarantee you somebody in your family's wearing something like this. We made it okay. It's not okay. In my book, wear your regular hair. Imagine if I had to wear a white man's hair before I could consider myself handsome. Man, there's something deeply ingrained in us, man, that makes that wrong. And I just want to, put that out there. I'm dedicating the first 30 minutes to people just being who they really are. Thank you, Dapper Genius, for that super chat. He said, congratulations on your 4th anniversary. Really, I want to thank y'all, man, really, for your continued support, because without you, I can't do it. It's impossible. It doesn't matter what you hear from these other channels and people, man. Without the viewers and subscribers, there is no channel. Without people tuning in on a consistent basis, there is no channel. So if you have a question for me today, ask it, man. It's a perfect time to ask because I really can't read your mind. He said, funny as hell. It is, but it's serious. You know, but wherever Booby goes, they tell her how beautiful her hair is. They want her hair over here. They want the curls. You know, I don't know where I read it, I heard it, but somebody said uh, when they make fun of you for being different, when they feel sorry for you for being different, you should feel sorry for them for all being the same. What's up, Robert? Thank you, brother. Yeah, man. I have to sometimes, man, make my point because people they really aren't listening. Yeah, I mean, it broke me in two when Booby said that. Hey, what's up, Robert Morris? He said that wig is a must-have from here on out. I just want people to know they're good enough, man. We love you for who you are, guys. You know. Hey, what's up, Retard 2019? Say I love the hairpiece. He said I had long hair in the 70s. I was different and always picked on, but I ignored them. What's up, Don? Yeah, man, but it's been a ride, man, really. Yeah, it's a serious message though. Y'all see it. You see it. And even if you don't wear a wig, all them whitening creams and all that, just be your damn self. Be your authentic self. The world doesn't need you to be like somebody else. They need you to be you. That's my message for the first 30 minutes for my 4th anniversary. Yeah, he said, beautiful. Booby has beautiful hair. Calvin, you're a sick grandpa. Yeah, I look like him, don't I? I want him to see how ridiculous he looks with that stupid ass patch of hair on his damn head. Yeah, I did. He said, must have got that from Amazon. I actually, Sam, I got it from Shopee. And I got it for this particular reason. This is how ridiculous women look. They just think they look good. Everybody knows that shit's fake. You don't need it to be beautiful. He said, congratulations on year 4. Thank you, brother. You've been here every step of the way. He said, I love the wig. It probably looks even funny on me. I'm glad I'm getting my point across, guys. How ridiculous it looks. My daughters, believe it or not, my American daughters, man, they all got beautiful hair, you know, because of their heritage, because of their DNA. But if people keep beating you over the head, telling you how your hair is ugly, what's ugly hair? What's good hair? You know, he said, true that, my girlfriend wants curls. Yeah, I'm serious, man, that no matter where we go, that's the one thing they say about Booby, how beautiful her hair is. And I'm trying to just get that into her head. That's why it's so important that I'm here for Booby. Of all of my kids, you know, Booby's the one because she's probably the one that's going to need me to explain what's going on in this crazy ass world to her. Have been very entertaining through a difficult time in my life, man. Thank you, brother. That means a lot, man. And I hope we can stick around, man, and continue to be entertaining through your good times, man. Because I told you this before. If anybody can make it through, you can. He says, I can't wear that on the hamster wheel. Yeah. Well, you don't have to be. He said, Cal cooking women with wigs. No, not the women who had like chemotherapy and different stuff like that. That's not what I'm talking about. My daughters have beautiful hair, but they wear wigs and weaves anyway. I'm like, why? That's the point I'm trying to make, guys. That's all. Hey, Dan, thank you. But I really want to thank y'all, man, because without y'all, man, these channels would be nothing. All of them would be absolutely nothing. They turning up the heat on Mr. Beast. Now people from his staff are coming out, you know, making accusations. Remember this old society, they like to build us up so they can tear you down. Same thing on YouTube. What's up, Frank? But if you think that uh, being on here 4 years like that and being relevant for 4 years is easy, I just invite you to try it. The peso is 56.68. I'm satisfied, man. I'm not ungrateful. I'm glad for that, believe it or not. And because every time I talk about it slipping, it keeps slipping, which is crazy, honestly. That's still great, but you know, at the end of this week, at the beginning of this week, hell, it was still 58, I believe. I want to say last week. Now it's 57, and that's 56. Hey, guy, Rogers, thanks for that super chase. I love your content, man. I appreciate it. Thank you, man. I'm glad you're enjoying my content. You know, I'm just being myself. That's all I got, guys. I'm not a journalist, but people want to put us up there with those journalists and all that. We're none of that for real. We're just regular people. He said, "You look like my Mexican son's brother." Yeah, I know. He said, "I saw the thumbnail. I had to check this out." He said, "Chris Rock's Good Hair documentary covered the whole realm. Most of the so-called hair sisters wear comes from India, yeah. And now the Philippines, believe it or not. They're selling their hair. I want to say, uh, if I'm not mistaken, I want to say 5,000 pesos. They'll cut all your hair off." He said, "Congratulations, Cal, 4 years and hopefully more years to come. Thanks for everything you do." I appreciate it, man. You know, I want to be like a boots on. I want to give you the boots on the ground information, like I did about the monkeypox. And y'all beat me over the head with it. I'm pushing conspiracies. Oh, I lost respect for you. And I'll be damned if now the Philippines doesn't announce its first case of 2024. But what's so significant about this case is this man has no history of traveling outside of the Philippines. Now, it was in Sweden, okay, versus in Africa. And they're not saying anything. It's under wraps. The same as over in China. Then it starts spreading in Africa, then Sweden. Now it's on the other side of the planet, the Philippines. Here's a man who's never even traveled outside the country. How did he get it? Hey, Mr. Passport King, thanks for that super chat, man. And again, congratulations on your upcoming marriage. Were you able to make it down to Glen and do the pictorial and all that? He says it's also about men embracing and adopting to aging. Absolutely. Because each new year of life is a blessing. I have lots of friends, family, some even younger that passed on. So celebrate life. Man, that's a powerful comment, brother. You're right. This first 30 minutes is dedicated to just being who you are. However old you are, however you look, especially to my religious brethren. You believe in God, but now you're saying that he made a mistake. Some of us look more ridiculous with the mask that we wear than with our authentic selves. Women wearing makeup, men can't wear makeup. These big ass veneers and all these wigs and all that. I mean, even Oscar De La Hoya had a six-pack sketched into his damn stomach. I mean, etched into it. So now for the rest of his life, he's got to stay on some strict diet because he wants to have six packs when he's 100 years old or whatever, man. We're sick, man. It's okay. We don't need another passport king. We need you to be Mr. Passport King. We don't need another sunshine shoulders. Frank Ellis says, as long as the peso stays at 55 or above, yeah, or I said 50, man, but we've become so damn spoiled. He said, you look like you're from India. I'm from Louisville, Kentucky, man, born in Lexington, Kentucky. You know, I'm 100%, I guess, as authentic of a brown American as I can possibly be. But I just want to stress the fact that I am who I am. Love me or hate me, this is who I am. I'm not going to put on this wig to satisfy anybody or to try to fool myself into thinking I'm somebody I'm not. He said, Cal, thank you for that monkeypox video. Hey, man, you're welcome. I just put it out there. They beat me over the head. I could have used that to say I told y'all so, but it's too serious to be playing around. Oh, is there another vlogger in this Philippine genre? I was going to say sex pet genre, the Southeast Asia genre that's even talking about that. Now they want to divert your attention away from real life to fantasy. See, this is fantasy. I'm trying to keep your boots on the ground, telling you to take your head out of the damn clouds. Some of you got your head in your ass. Life is going on around us, guys. Hey, MK, thank you. I appreciate it. But now all of a sudden it's biting you. You get ready to come over here to the Philippines. You know, I put down here, it's now more important than ever for you to go to the doctor and take the girl to the doctor. Because of the circumstances over here. You know how fast things take off in relationships over here. Excuse me. Like a damn rocket. Like a rocket ship. She's waiting for you at that airport or at the hotel. And you're going to dig in something. I got a dry throat. Just a minute. And you're not going to put on a rubber. She's not going to require you to put on a rubber. And it's going to be the most expensive case of monkeypox that you could ever buy. But y'all think I just be on here making shit up for clicks and views. I'm trying to be of service to my fellow expat because you know so little about the Philippines. You really don't care. All you want to know is how much money am I going to need and where can I find a girlfriend? Everything in between, the most important stuff, you don't care about. Well, they got monkeypox over here now. All right. I just want you to know. Hey, thank you, APC Doc, for the super chat. He says, appreciate the useful information from the boots on the ground perspective. Man, thank you so much, man. I really mean it. I don't take this stuff for granted. You know, what happened to World Zoom is all out there, right? And Dave's like, well, how did they even know about his past? Because people out here doxing people. They'll pay the $9.99 or whatever it is to go in your background. They did that to him. They did it to me. If you on YouTube and they don't like you, they're going to go in your background, try to find something about you. The problem is I don't have a police record. Am I perfect? No. But there's nothing that they can find out in there that they can use. If they did, they would have did it. But him, it's a different story. They pulled up his past. And you see these other bloggers trying to sugarcoat it. No, they fucked that man over, man. Some of these trolls are going too far, man. The man didn't deserve that, guys. I don't give a damn. He didn't deserve that. Hey, thank you. Calvin Sunshine Bishops. He said, "You're getting attention today. It only took a wig." Yeah. He said, "Women selling their long hair to make wigs in Venezuela to buy a bag of tortillas." Absolutely. Because there's a market for it. Hairy shoulders. It's a great point. You know, but I want y'all to see how ridiculous we look. Okay? Everybody knows that's not your real teeth. It's not your real hair. Okay? You got on makeup and all this filtered and all that stuff, man. People be having me have filters on Facebook and on YouTube and stuff, man. Who invented that filter? That's some sinister stuff, man. We use the filter and stuff so much that you can't even recognize yourself when you look in the mirror. That's right. He said when they do wear their natural hair and you tell them how beautiful it looks, the next time you see them, they're wearing a wig again. Yeah, because the self-esteem is so low. You know, we beat them down. You're not good looking enough. It's that European standard of beauty. Excuse me. But you see the same thing over here, except it's not a wig, it's whitening soap. It's whitening cream. But it's all the same. They're not satisfied with who they are. They got low self-esteem. Look, just be who you are, man. Just be yourself. That's all the world needs. We don't need another Michael Jordan. MK said, "Cal, I started listening to your channel 4 years ago because your voice was soothing to me during COVID. Now I listen because of your wisdom and authentic personality." Man, thank you. I'm serious about that. Because when you start out, you never know if you're going to gain any traction anyway. I had no idea that I was going to gain traction. If anybody tells you that they know, they're lying. It's all really luck. It's preparation and opportunity coming together. That's luck. That's what trips me out when you see these guys walking around with their heads in the cloud. They don't want to speak to you. They're too important. They're celebrities. Well, talk to Mr. Beast in the morning. Now, remember I told y'all he earned 56 million or whatever. Well, guess how much he earned last year? 82 million. His Mr. Beast enterprise, just from YouTube, is worth over 700 million. But they worrying about us over here in Southeast Asia and a little bit of chump change we making, really, or we're earning. Yeah, but that's the point is they was asking me, well, how do you think they found out about him? Man, listen, they're going to run that information on you. And if something comes up, they're going to put it out there. He's over in the Philippines. They're not going to check. They're not going to do the due diligence. Then it's going to go from, oh, you're not a wanted fugitive, but we don't like your background. See, because they don't do background checks when you come into the country. One of them ignorant, ornery expats are Asian bros and all that. Turn the man in. He said, "Damn, Cal, you look like a original Beatle. Put the shades on, bro. I got him, man." Nah, they ain't cured nothing. But they said soap and water. Well, that's gonna, some of you are doomed then, because they said soap and water will cure the damn virus. But hell, y'all are allergic to the damn soap and water. He said, "Get the likes up and subscribing to the channel so we can have Cal for another 10 years. Oh, man. He said, "We need Creflo Dollars preaching when we got," he said, "who needs a Creflo Dollars preacher when we got Sunshine Shoulders with the smooth hairdo? I look ridiculous, and I'm glad." because it gets my point across. If I'd have put this on and I look more handsome, I wouldn't have worn it. I'm only wearing it because I look ridiculous. I can get my point across. He said, you got to clip this wig for your thumbnail. Yeah, yeah. He said, now you look like a real Filipino kuya, Cal. He said, the hairpiece is awesome, man. I hope it gets my point across. He said, I think finding out about the soap was first shocking thing I learned about over there. Yeah, it's $1 billion peso business. And all you got to, if you want to break into the music industry, entertainment, movies, and basically the beauty pageant industry over here, you got to use the soap and the cream. That's why it's so important that the young lady who won Miss Philippines, that's why I made such a big deal of it, because I'm over here. I see it. All the billboards are white. They're beautiful enough, but they don't think so. You know, and all the other stuff we do. Oh, man. He said, you going to wear that to Viper's gym? But see, here's the thing I love about Filipinos. They wouldn't even really, they wouldn't notice for real. If they did, they wouldn't laugh. If I wore this, they don't get the joke. They would think I'm serious. So they're not going to laugh. They're going to keep on doing what they're doing. But that's what I like about it over here. I can wear this shirt 3 days in a row. Nobody's going to say anything. Not out loud anyway. He said, just a little longer and bleach white with a ponytail, and you could be a 15th century aristocrat, Beethoven, our Supreme Court judge, for real. He said, you're right, Cal. When I first seen my woman online, she was using a filter to block a blemish on her face. When I seen at the airport, I seen her without the filter. Looks totally different. Still fine though, yeah. It's infected the whole world. And now with the influence that social media has, man, they're telling people because I'm trying to look beautiful. Now people, they don't even like the way they look. Imagine putting and you know, another big thing that's on Facebook now, they'll put this part of your face in the middle of somebody else's face. People really don't love themselves today. It's not a happy time in the world, man. I said that on my live stream, the last live stream. He said, you can identify as a woman in America. They will accept it there too. Men with wigs on are beating women in fighting sports over there. Yeah, everywhere. Hey, what's going on, man? Just celebrating our 4 years today, man. Time flies. It really does. He said, he's just not talking about women, guys. It's about all of us. That's right. You know, all you guys who come over here and dye your hair, dye your damn eyebrows, and all that stuff, you good enough, man. You don't need to do all of that. People can actually see when you're being phony like that. I can't tell grown people what to do. I'm just telling you that you look ridiculous with brown hair up here and gray hair right here. Everything else, look at that old fool, sick grandpa. I want him to see this. Any of his followers watching, they probably are. Show him how ridiculous he looks. Tell him to take that patch of shit off the top of his damn head. Hey, Marlon, thanks for that super chat. He said, hello and congratulations on 4 years, sir. Here's to many more. Thank you, man. Are you still on the hamster wheel? No, it's late. You probably home now. Michael Onstead, thank you for the super sticker. You know, this is our resident insurance agent. I'm retired. I still got my continuing education and everything I do, but this is the man to talk to, ladies and gentlemen, if you need health insurance. I don't know if he does life insurance, but certainly health insurance over here. Because some guy put under my video that I made yesterday, I'm going to talk a little bit about that. about no friends or support overseas. He said, what's a good way? What should a man do if he doesn't have support overseas? Well, have all your ducks in a row. And health insurance is one of them. Have an exit plan. Have an emergency plan. Have some extra money put away. But certainly the health insurance. He said, hey, Cal, Ike Turner would be mad knowing you using his style. Yeah, man. But I'm glad I'm getting my point across. And while we're on there, it says, no friends or support overseas. Remember the video I did yesterday? You don't have friends over here, guys. You don't have support over here. You think you do. Look at World Zoom. I was just watching parts of a live stream earlier, and the guy says, oh, we were good friends with World Zoom. Oh, yeah, but when he got in trouble, you didn't help him. What kind of friends is that? Don't call me your friend. You can't help me. You're not even trying to help me. It's easy to say that from afar. After the fact, we scattered like roaches when that man got in trouble. And they're going to do the same thing when you get in trouble. That damn broke John just got lucky. Okay? He was very fortunate that Paul put him on his platform and got him all that money, got him home and all that. He's very fortunate. You're not going to be that fortunate. Okay? The embassies over here can do very little for you. Very little. You get locked up, they won't get you a lawyer. They'll show you, they'll direct you in the direction of an English-speaking lawyer. They're not going to fly your body home. Okay? I'm sorry. He said, 18 to 80 blind, crippled, or crazy. I'm glad you brought this up. But that's only for the women, Mike. Not for us. I'm not dating a woman in a wheelchair. I'm sorry. There's men over here, believe it or not. One guy with a YouTube channel, he got cerebral palsy. Hell, he got a woman. I don't care if she could be the best dick sucker in the world. You got cerebral palsy, you need to be at the disability center. You're not going to be in my bedroom. That 18 to 80 it doesn't apply for us. Hey, Lawrence, thanks for that super sticker, man. Thank y'all so much, man, for your support. Really. Y'all think this is easy, man. I will say this to bloggers. I give them all a feather in their cap, man. It's not easy coming up with content every day to keep people's attention. He said, brother have lost his mind. No, I'm not making a point, man. If you miss the point, then I'm sorry if it goes over your head. This message is for anybody who think that they're not good enough, that they have to look like somebody else or wear that damn mask. I want to show you how ridiculous some of us look when we come over here. That's why I just shaved my head off. I wasn't going to go around with that damn horseshoe in the top of my head. I don't care what Marilyn said, oh, it looks okay. Bullshit. I'm cutting my hair off. I'm not ashamed of that. I mean, people love hair, man, for some reason. What's up, Ajima? I hope you feeling better. He said, Calvin in a wig, what's going on? You know, this first few minutes, man, is dedicated to letting people know that we love you just the way you are. Okay? You don't have to be anybody else. Just be your authentic self, cuz. Because a lot of black women look ridiculous wearing these wigs and weaves. And I'm not ashamed to say it. They would look a whole lot better with their natural hair, but they're convinced that they got to wear a white woman's hair to look handsome. So I'm saying bullshit. I'm calling bullshit on that. Look how ridiculous. Just imagine What must be going through my mind if I think I gotta wear a white man's hair before I'm considered handsome or to fit in? It doesn't make sense. Yeah, he's funny to me too. That's why I don't even get mad at him. First of all, I can't hardly understand what his stupid ass is saying. But he looks retarded with that patch of shit on the top of his damn head. He said, Black American women trash the black man wearing a hairpiece on Pop the Balloon. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Isn't that being hypocritical, man? There would be no uh, demand for it if so many people didn't have the low self-esteem that we have. Hey, Marlon, thank you. He says, I went to World Zoom's channel for the super chat after I heard you talking about it. It's crazy that he went through what he went through because of someone's hate. Yeah, some of these guys, man, they go too far. If you don't like somebody, okay, that's fine, but don't do that to people, man. Care how much you don't like the guy. And then they're trying to make it seem like, oh, it's not a big deal and all that. It was a joke. That's not a joke. Okay, they ran a background check on him. You get on YouTube and you start getting noticed like me, they're going to do it. I don't know how many people wasted their money run a background check on me, and then I'll get a message. Oh, you owe child support. No, I don't. That's my nephew. That's not me. If I owe child support, I would not have my passport. I don't have a police record, guys, so save your money, okay? Because you're going to need it when you get over here. Yeah, I'm just saying, you know, all the stuff, even over here now, a lot of the younger generation women, they're wearing these fake eyelashes. And I'm like, oh, don't do that to yourself. You don't understand that men around the world love your authenticity. You don't need that. You look ridiculous, okay? He said it's like the movie Boomerang where the lady had a fake leg, wig and everything else. Yeah, I mean, you know. He said, bro, I just came on. What's going on? Well, this is our 4th year anniversary live stream. This is y'all's channel, really, honestly. Because without the viewers and subscribers, these vloggers are nothing. We're nothing. But I put this on to let people know how ridiculous we look trying to be somebody else. Thinking we're fooling somebody. We love you just the way you are. Take off the veneers. Take off the eyelashes. Stop painting in your eyebrows. Take off the wigs and tear that damn weaves out of your scalp. Do you see some of these women's scalps after having those weaves in their hair for so long, man? Just for what? To be accepted. To look like somebody else. Hey, thank you. What's up, Mike Alexander? He said, leave your Western issue in the West. Philippines ain't the West. Well, they're not listening to that. No, it's not just black women, it's everybody. I see men come over here looking just 100% stupid with brown hair up here and gray hair here. Booby thinks it's funny with my hair. What? No, it's not glue. She thinks I got it glued in my head. Luckily, I don't. He said, can't have an insurance license with a record that shows their knowledge level. Yeah, but you know, they do it because, imagine, I promise you, I've never done that to anybody. I wouldn't do that to anybody. I wouldn't waste my time, certainly my money. The less I know, the better off I am. That's why I don't like people gossiping to me about somebody else and their past and all that, because I'm going to look at them different now. But you got these ignorant people over here, man, and you know, I don't care What you think about World Zoom, man? It's a damn shame what happened to him. What? What'd you do? Yeah, man. He said, please unsubscribe from this dip. Yeah, we're gonna leave you on her for algorithm. Cause you one of them tough guys behind the camera. See, he's exactly the kind of guys I'm telling y'all about. This clown here. Okay? Armchair bro. A no passport bro.
Excuse me.
Okay, a coward. We're gonna keep you on here. Thanks for your help and your algorithm. Clown. Hey, Blizzard Abroad, thanks for that super chat. I wouldn't care what you did. Remember I told y'all you got these guys, every day I get somebody threatening me for what? Tough guy. You think I'm just gonna let you walk up on me? You'll be surprised. You'll get your damn head blown off. Hey, what's up, Blizzard Abroad? Y'all think I just be on here talking. If you get on YouTube and you start getting a traction, earning some traction, making some traction, gaining some traction, people are gonna come for you. The story after story after story. We're the most hated vloggers in the world. Why? Because people are jealous. They want to be us. They want to live the life we're living. It's still on that hamster wheel. But thank you, Blizzard Abroad. I appreciate you, brother. He said, salute to you, brother. And he's another tough guy. See the weirdos we got? Y'all think I just be on here talking. It's some weird ass people that's attracted to Southeast Asia. That's why we have the problems we have. Somebody somewhere was happy. Oh, look what we did to World Zoom, giving high fives, right? After that man went through all of that. Okay? It's a shame. Yeah, the point Calvin's making, authenticity is choosing to show up, be real, be honest, and allow your true self to be seen. No need to disguise the real you. Yeah. That's exactly it. We don't need you to do something somebody else is already doing. What's up? Is how you pronounce it? Jeff Beckett? Yeah, another empty threat. But my emails is full of threats, messengers. I'm like, well, dude, I don't even know you. I'm over here minding my own business, living my life, and now all of a sudden you want to threaten me. Oh, you think you want me to fly? You're gonna spend all that money to catch a plane over here. You see, I told you that weird, stupid. He gonna spend all that money to come over here to talk face to face with me. I'm not gonna show up. So you save your money. I got better things to do. Hey, thank you, Ajima's World, for that super chase. Calvin, great content. Salute to you, man. Thank you so much, brother. I know you had went through some health issues. I hope you've recovered and back to your travels, because he's a real passport bro. He said, what the hell's in Taiwan? I don't know. He said, do you want me to fly from Taiwan so we can talk face to face? People are crazy. He said, what happened to World Zoom? I didn't get the memo. Well, go on his channel, you'll see, where somebody, he went to extend at the immigration, and they were waiting on him. Somebody had sent them in a poster, an old poster of him that said he was a wanted fugitive. Well, you're in the Philippines. When they saw him, they picked him up and they ran with that. But then when they found out, oh, he's no longer a wanted fugitive, he actually served his time and everything, paid his debt to society. Oh, now he's, what do they call it now? They don't, undesirable. And he did 4 months, man. This guy was in good shape. He looks terrible now. I promise you he does. And it's a shame. Hey, Mike Dawsonville, thanks for that super chat. He said, I was discussing that to my wife about having expat friends in the Philippines. I feel like PI is a different animal. Expats in the PI are very selfish. Yeah, we're different over here. All of Southeast Asia attracts a different person. It's like, of all the great guys I've met over here, there's just as many bottom of the barrel weirdos over here. It's a mix, man. But when they're bad over here, they're bad. And I feel sorry for some of the women over here who end up with some of these weirdos, man. I really do. But most of the men, 100% of them that I meet and come to the meet and greets and come to my house, they're extraordinary people, but there's just as many sickos over here, man. I mean, when it's bad over here. Their intelligence level is low. I just saw a video where a guy comes over, he's run out of money, now he's making YouTube videos asking how can he get home and help and all that. And I'm like, dude, come on, man. Go to your embassy or something. Because you don't really have any support over here. Our friends over here. But people don't listen. They see that broke John situation and they think, oh, all I got to do is go broke and get on Old Dog New Tricks channel. It's not going to happen, guys. Okay? What's up, brother? Yeah, well, if I got to explain it to you, you wouldn't understand anyway. Yeah, there's sickos over here. And the Philippine authorities is at the threshold in the airport stopping them from getting in here. They're attracted over here. The Philippines attracts people like that. Pedophiles of the worst order. If you don't know the reputation over here, dude, you wouldn't understand. Some of the worst creatures that's ever crawled from under a damn rock are over here. I'm not afraid to say it. I'm telling you what I'm seeing. He said that's what 4 months in a Philippine jail does to you. Well, hell, actually, he hadn't made really. He wasn't in the real jail. He wouldn't have lasted. At least he had only him and another guy sharing the room. You go to a real jail over here, man, you're like in there like a can of sardines. What's going on, JC? He said, wow, wig, die, man. Men not allowed to lie. They lied to, I don't know. You got me on this one. He said, I shaved my head, have did for 20 years, dated a girl when I was younger. She had a natural afro. I love snuggling when she would wash it and let it go natural. Love the smell of a woman's hair. Yeah, I mean, it's just like, you're beautiful anyway. We're not looking at your hair anyway, not right there. We're looking at that other patch of hair. Just to be honest with you ladies out there, if you're watching, we don't care what's on the top of your damn head. We want to know the hair between your damn thighs. Hey, Robert, thank you. He said, your hair is silky smooth. Let it shine through. Yeah. I look ridiculous, don't I? But have your ducks in order even when you come over here on vacation, guys. Have your ducks in order, man. I'm warning you. When shit goes wrong over here, it goes wrong. I'm just telling you from my own experience. Imagine I'm a top insurance agent in Kentucky, right? I spent all my money on my son getting out. Don't you know, my family wouldn't even answer the phone. As you get older, you have that, what you call it, where you can see who's calling, the call ID. They see the embassy and they won't even answer the phone. The lady said, she said, Calvin, Well, she said, Mr. Rose, do you have anybody else we can contact? But yet they always asking me, when am I coming home? You know, when your own family does that, man, it's pretty bad. I'm sorry, guys. I'm just telling you from my experience. Some people are more fortunate than others. If you're fortunate enough, something goes wrong with you, and you got friends and family to help you get back on your feet and get home, man, consider yourself the exception. Because there's so many guys over here overstaying. They out on the street, they're broke, they're living. It's a Filipino and her family that's supporting them. 2 years ago, when I took the family to Panglao Bahal, Alona Beach, it's an American guy. He saw me. He said, hey, aren't you Sunshine Show? I said, hey, Marilyn, take a picture with us. I said, no, I don't want no pictures. Because he's selling ice candy on the damn beach. The love, it ain't that much love in the world. It's going to have me walking up and down that hot-ass beach selling ice candy for 10 pesos. Okay? But that's what happens. But then when somebody comes on here and tells you about, oh, you're angry. Oh, you're mad. Hey, thank you, RM. He said, hey, bro, I'm glad to know you and appreciate all I learned from you. He said, the patch. Yeah, you're definitely right, bro. Yeah, that's the patch we worry about. The pumpkin patch. That damn pumpkin down there. That's what we're worried about. We only talk about this. What man, like he said, he loves the snuggle and smell a woman's hair. But nowadays, we're not looking at that. He said, I'll be back next Sunday. Wow. Come on, man. He said, sorry, this is hilarious. And I've been cracking up how childish am I, I needed to laugh. That's okay. As long as I get my point across. But thank y'all so much for 4 years. It means a lot to me, man, that I've been able to stay over here and not have to go back on the hamster wheel. And it's because of y'all. It's nothing really that I've done. I just showing up on YouTube every day, which a lot of people do, and they're not as fortunate as me and some of the others. That's nothing for me to be ashamed about. You know, people get on here and talk about, oh, well, he needs you to. I do, to live the life I want to live right now. I'm not officially retired. That's coming. And then some guy says, oh, I don't need to take my Social Security at 62. So what? Okay, what's that have to do with me? He said, not a lot of options if you're not ready for the unthinkable. At least you can have a cushion when you fall. Some of us fall and hit the concrete. We hit the ground. There is no cushion. I mean, it would be nice if you had somebody over here you can trust. So if you are unconscious on your back in a hospital somewhere, they've got access to your family back home, your money to be able to pay your hospital bill or whatever it is. Hey, thank you, David. He said you're the realest YouTube, one of the realest YouTubers I watched so far. And thank you. I'm gonna take that as a compliment but it's a sad compliment that you would say that. But you're smart enough to see through all the bullshit. You know, people want to divert your attention. You know, they talk about dating mostly. And, they don't talk about emergencies and things like that. It's barely on the top of my head. Merlin styled it for me and everything. If I went like this, it would probably go down. But I'm going to take it out. I think y'all seen enough. My haters have seen enough. They got enough footage, right? Hey, thank you so much. He said, I live among the locals. I trust them more than any foreigners. Well, if you really want to get the real feel of the Philippines, if you don't live around the foreigners, at least go around them. Ride public transportation. See what they really go through. See the other side of the Philippines that a lot of people don't see. The real side. That's all I'm saying. You're never going to appreciate yourself or others until you ride on a crowded bus, but they keep packing you in. It's going to change you. You're sweating. People don't want to touch you. They think they're better than you. You know, you'd be like, why am I even putting up with this? But you get a real taste of what they deal with day in and day out. And you just got to do it one time. See, that's why I had to settle myself down and say, hey, this is not my experience in the Philippines. This is just 30 minutes of an unfortunate situation. Wait, shoot. Hey, thanks, Marlon. He said, what's your most memorable moment, episode since starting? Wait, I can't read it right here. I got to find it. Let me see. Oh, here it is. What's your most memorable moment since starting, and do you have a favorite? Well, honestly, man, when I got monetized, you know, because not for the money, but it was just such a shock. And then when I found out people were actually watching my videos, it's, you know, I don't know, you got to have a YouTube channel to kind of understand what I'm saying, because the odds are so great, they're so stacked against you. And that's never something that I even imagined ever happening. I mean, it's not easy to get monetized on YouTube, but probably one of my most favorite was taking y'all through documenting the building of this house. That's certainly the most favorite moment on YouTube for me. It was enjoyable content, Marlon. It was like, it was easy content. And it was like a dream come true. If I could ever really be the example, that was the time when I could show you, hey, man, you can do this. You know, this is another option. Because we don't want to take risk over here. Everybody wants the easier, softer way. Sometimes you got to take a risk, man. I'm going to tell you something. And I was telling Merlin this the other day, okay. If I was to hit belly up and I needed the embassy, I wouldn't be in the situation I was in 14 years ago, because I have my own place. I could just sit here and communicate back and forth with them until they could help me or whatever it was, till I found a solution. Trust me, man, if that woman, if her mother did not allow me to stay there, man, what could I have done? I'd have been on the street. That's why when I talk to y'all about this stuff, man, I'll be dead serious. Don't come over here flying by the seat of your pants. It's so many people over here in a bad situation, but you don't see them. They're not on YouTube. I won't expose them. I won't exploit them. But many situations, man, Q Adventures, imagine if he wouldn't have rescued that man over in Britain and at least allowed the man to die at home, not 8,000 miles away. How many men are like that over here? You never know. Hey, thank you, RM, for that super sticker. But that's one of the good things about having your own place. If you were a woman that you even worry just for 1 second, oh, if I build this, she's going to kick me out, then don't build it. You know, don't build it. He said that her piece needs to go in the Hall of Fame. Yeah, it is. Robert, thank you. He says, I don't know much about your hatred online. These web engines are specific. Okay, I guess. All best to you and family. Thank you. You know, you got to ask the people who are doing the hating, you know, what's the problem? How could you hate somebody you never met before? Golden Gate said, Cal, you inspired me to get serious about retirement planning in a realistic way. Thanks for your service. I hope the universe rewards you many times over. Man, I appreciate that, Golden Gate. And just remember time, health, money. If we just try to manage those better, if you just improve on those things just a little better, man, your life will change. Remember, there's two things that you can reverse or you can improve, basically, but that time, you can't turn back time. It's irreversible. Once it's gone, it's gone. And that's the sad thing about life. We take it for granted until it's over. How many of your friends have to die? How many of your family members have to die? How many more people you got to really, truly miss before you enjoy every moment? And I was reading somewhere that one of the best ways to manage your time is to be around the people you truly want to be around. Doing the things you truly want to do. Stop settling all the damn time. That's the best way to spend your time. Not on some damn hamster wheel. He said you got a perm. He said, Cal, does it bother you that female vloggers get viewers easier than males with real content? It really doesn't, Paul. Honestly, I'm going to be honest with you, because I've always told you that YouTube is a popularity contest. It's really all it is. And if you're new out there and you're starting a YouTube channel, I tell you what, you're not going to make much content worrying about what somebody else is doing. Okay, I said this. This is coming from my head. You can't hit a bullseye watching somebody else's target, Paul. I mean, it's just the way it is, because I'm going to be honest with you, Paul. It's the armchair bros that finance all this. They'll never come over here. Those are the ones that are signing up for these women content, sending all their money, PayPal and all of that, right? Because they're basically want a freak show. They basically want soft porn, because they know they're never going to come over here. So why would they watch a channel like mine when I'm trying to give information out? I'm not parading young women in front of my camera 24 hours a day. They're not going to watch it. They're going to go over there and watch a woman look at her phone for 2 hours. Okay? I don't knock the woman for that. That's one of the reasons I make a lot of the content geared toward men, because I know how thirsty we are when we get over here, and we're easy targets. We're easy targets for a lot of women, because they know how thirsty you are. They just show you a little thigh, man, and you lose your damn man. This is real talk. I've seen guys actually lose their mind over here, over a woman that don't even want them. Hey, Young Fresh Global Travel, thanks for that super chat. He says, I'm 46. I got 70,000 in cash and 40,000 in credit cards. I'm not moving back to New York. I'm staying here in the Philippines. Man, I tell you, 46, yeah, you got 70 in cash, 40 in credit cards. Let's see. That's about 70,000. Man, yeah, you're going to have to do something. You probably got to get a remote job. Because you're going to really be, well, you're going to be scraping the bottom of the barrel in about 5 years, man. That's just being honest. He said, there's a brother in Fields right now who divorced his Filipino wife, demanded and received a big settlement, moved in with a Filipino and 4 kids, now broke. He's calling an ex and fam for money to return to the U.S. Yeah. How many stories is like that, big dog? I'm glad you're sharing this one with us. But unfortunately, people aren't going to listen, because it's never going to happen to them. How many people have come over here with X amount of dollars on think I'm never going back to the United States, like the guy said, only to go back when reality slapped them in the face? That when they got a girlfriend over here, whether she's got kids or not, it gets real expensive. It makes things twice as expensive as it should be. They jump from the frying pan into the fire. Over there, they say the woman's the problem, but over here, she's supposed to turn into the solution. If she's the problem over there, she's going to be the problem over here. People got to eat. You know, people got to eat, guys. Hey, thank you, Paul, for that super chat. Wait. Let me pull you up because I can't. I'm on my phone today. I can't read it unless I. Thank you, Paul, for that super chat, man. He said, thank you, sir, for the honest answer. Yeah, we can't control that, Paul. And I mention it all the time that since we're giving them all of our money, all of our support, we should demand more from them. Why should an American guy be talking about Filipino women coming up missing over here in the Philippines? Why should that fall on my shoulders to tell you that? It shouldn't. But we're not going to demand any better. I guess the less information they give us, the more we're going to support them. But it's really all about soft porn. I mean, honestly, that's really what it's all about. Because they're never going to come here. He said, living in the Philippines, I would have to have at least, what are you saying, 200,000? Oh, 20,000 for the backup plan. I don't like rejection. Yeah, that's a nice piece of money, and a lot of people have that, but we end up giving it away because we don't think that it's gonna. We don't think we're gonna need it, Mike. A lot of people have that money. Young Fresh Global Travel, thanks for that super chat. He said, I'm 46 and I use a CPAP machine and my Philippines 22 and doesn't make me feel embarrassed to wear it. She's a keeper. Yes, I have a remote job for sure. Oh yeah, well hell, you in a lot better shape than many of us. Then if you've got a remote job and 70,000 and 40,000, now it's a whole different conversation. I don't blame you. I say hell yeah. I'd stay over here too. But I don't think that, you know, women over here are going to be that shallow, especially if she knows she's got a good man. She probably helps you put that damn CPAP machine on at night. Honestly. I know if I was in her situation, I would. I'd be putting that damn thing on here. I'd probably say, hey, give me one of them damn masks too. Young Fresh Global Travel, thanks for that super chat. He said, I did a whole page, a whole video on my page about remote jobs. Check it out when you have time, everyone. Many remote opportunities out here. Man, I'd like to have you come on this live stream one time and talk about it too. And maybe get yourself some more support, some more followers. But this is what my No Man Left Behind podcast is all about. You would be the perfect guest. Anybody that can come. And it's not a day goes by that somebody doesn't ask about a remote job. He says, I'll look into it. Pumpkin Joe's Philippine Experience says your Philippine girlfriend turns into your baby mom or wife. Given enough time, your initial cost of living will explode. Thank you for bearing witness to what I said. I was talking on my live stream the other day. I said, because I was going to make a video about it, but then I said, no, I bet not. But it's true. The longer you stay in the Philippines, the cheaper it is. Most of our expenses are front loaded. They're in the beginning. But as you learn the ropes, it goes down. She even gets less expensive because now you know she's a keeper. She's going to be around. You don't have to buy all that expensive stuff. Now with this monkeypox, that may change for a little while because I told Merlin to stay out of that okay place until it, until it dies down, until they get this thing taken care of. But see, people, it's hard for them to break old habits. So they're saying used clothing is one of the ways that damn monkeypox is being spread. And there's no bigger business over here for locals than the okay. But I've been telling y'all for a long time, and I even told Maryland because they don't do it. But down south, in the south of the Philippines, they do. You got to boil them clothes, man. And if it's so bad that I got to put a pair of jeans in a damn boiling pot of water before I can wear them, no thank you. But it is what it is. Thank you so much, Chosen One. I really appreciate this super chat. He said, I appreciate you, even though we may not see eye to eye on everything. Congrats on 4 years. Well, thank you, man. And we don't have to agree to get along. I don't want yes men around me anyway, Chosen One. People like you keep me honest. I don't think you agree with everything your mama says or your daddy says. I think that's another misconception that you have to agree with what people say. You don't. I get into a lot of discussions with people who don't agree with me. I'm like, well, okay, you don't have to even put that in the comments. Oh, you're wrong. Or I don't agree. Just keep going. We don't have to agree. I mean, I don't agree with everything that anybody's ever said. Nobody loved their mother more than me, but a lot of stuff she said was wrong, man, that I didn't agree with. But yeah, you're right. We don't have to see eye to eye. There's a guy, the one I told you has such a great YouTube channel, but nobody watches him. He's from Nigeria. He lives in Houston. He was actually on a TEDx talks one time. A powerful message. Nobody watched him, but he said that's the flaw in the human creation is the opinion. Everybody has their own perspective. So there's always going to be an argument. You're always going to argue. There's always going to be somebody that's going to come forward, okay, and just contest whatever you say. Hey, thank you, Just Humble Me Clark, for the super chat. He says, it's strange for a 40-year-old to date a 20-year-old. The other day, a 19-year-old hit on me, and I told her my kids are older than her. Well, no, it's not really. Actually, that's a pretty good age gap over here. I'm 19 years older than Marilyn. My oldest daughter's 28, though. No, she's actually 29 now. But I don't see anything wrong with that. But you got to make that call. But remember, somebody just said it. You're not in the West. You're in the Philippines. It's a whole different ball game over here, Clark. But no, I've got a friend. I consider him a friend because I knew them for the whole time I was with my Filipino wife in America, almost 5 years. He was 50 when he met his wife. She was 19. It's the only woman he ever met over here. Only woman he ever met online or anything. They've been together ever since. Okay, so that's at least going on 15 years. Yeah, going on 15 years. Well, no, 11 years. But no, and remember, I'm not a dick watcher. I'm gonna say if it's two consenting adults, okay, whose business is it? I'm not part of the dick patrol, the dick police. He says if your channel is only about women in the Philippines, I'm sure the authorities will look at you differently. Yeah, but a lot of the channels are, and they're not. It just depends on who you are, Thomas, because a lot of times we think that they're just looking at our channels. They're not. They're only going to find you when somebody points them into your direction, in your direction. That's the only time they're going to know you're on here. Okay. Now I look ridiculous, don't I? Y'all used to seeing me in this damn thing. I take it off, I look funny. But now it's only. Did y'all see the guy who, if I was him, me, and all the stuff I've been through? See, I'm on the radar, Thomas, because they put me on the radar. But that can be a good thing too. So when all the other foolishness comes through, they can look at that and say, "Oh yeah, there's some more haters and trolls." They call them bashers over here of Sunshine Shoulders. Throw that in the garbage. But if I was doing what that Russian guy is doing, going around asking women, "Oh, do you like it in the butt? Or do you like it? How do you like it?" Y'all know who I'm talking about. They've been to deported me. It just depends on who you are. See, they would look at it, even though we're asking the same question, they would interpret it as me disrespecting Filipinos. There's no way I could get away with that. I don't know how he's gotten away with it for as long as he has. He really has he's really pushing the boundary. But it's none of my business. Even though I say that I would never turn him in or something like that. What's up, Timothy Bright? Thank you, brother. He said, for the super chat. He said, I'm bald, but what did you find in PI to grow your hair? Yeah, nothing. There ain't nothing gonna grow my hair back. If you look at my head, I got that damn horseshoe. You know. And Marilyn says, oh, well, people over here, they don't care about hair. I do. I mean, I just want to shave it. I'm not gonna put a patch of hair right here or something like that. Yeah, but he said Calvin soap jeans and chlorine dioxide. But see, that's the point. If I got to do all that, Edwin, I don't need to be wearing nothing like that. What's up, Kevin Hill? Thanks for that super chat. He said $2 holler. That wig is funny. Thank you, man. I'm just glad that I hope it made its point, though. You know, Mike Dawsonville said it earlier, 18 to 80. I already told you I'm blind, crook, the crazy. You don't have to do the crazy stuff you got to do in America. But guys do it anyway because they're grown. They can do it, but they look ridiculous, dyeing their eyebrows and shit. Come on, man. Crazy. He said, real talk at Pumpkin Joe, so much sex equals what sex is really about for reproduction for some men, but ready, gentlemen, and responsible. Be ready, gentlemen, and responsible. Yeah, sex is actually for reproduction. So don't be surprised if a woman gets pregnant or something like that. But we turned it into something else. It's entertainment. It's big business. And you're not going to put that cat back in the bag. I mean, it is what it is, guys. You know, we're grown. See, this is what I was telling somebody, Truth, the other day. And he says, yeah, those men over there, they're dating women as young enough to be their granddaughters. I said, yeah, but it's not their granddaughter. Okay? Period. And this is what he said. She's not your daughter, though. And it makes great sense. She's not your daughter. She's a grown woman. But this is exactly what I said the other day. He said, typically, if a 19-year-old Filipino hits on you and you are 40, you are good. If you are 80, then she just wants to be added to the wheel. Yeah, it doesn't, a lot of guys 40 don't look 40. They really look young. I mean, when I first came over in 2009, I was 45. I was getting ready to turn 46. I came in April. In May, I would have been 46. So the woman that I met at the mall, she was 41. She said she was going to keep going because I looked younger. She said, I don't want a young man. And a lot of them don't want a young man because they know young men are full of games. They're not settled down yet. They can't stay over here for long periods of time. Now they can. It's a new era now with these remote jobs and stuff. But a lot of you guys, okay, like Robert Sanford, he's 44. Okay. He doesn't, he looks young. His girlfriend is younger than him, but she looks older than him. So he was over my house the other day. He's 44. He could probably date a 20-year-old woman and it wouldn't nobody bat an eye. He said, I was on the outside looking in, but when I finally got in, I realized it takes a certain type of person to go there to the Philippines. It does. And I told y'all, man, that first of all, it's expensive to get over here. And that's why a lot of people don't come. That's why the Western numbers are down. If it were closer, man, you would see a different situation. That's why Koreans are the #1 tourists in the Philippines. It's only, 4 hours to the Philippines. Imagine if the Philippines was 4 hours from the United States. Man, the numbers would be astronomical. It would be. They wouldn't, they probably have to have a limit on the amount of people they would allow in the country, Americans. But because it's so far, you get that, you get two sides of the coin. You get the crazy people, the sickos that come over here, and then you get the brilliant people. But it's very few people on the in between there. The Pookies and Ray Rays don't make it over here. They're not the weirdos. They're not the sickos. They're just broke. He says, I feel like this, Cal. I need to find me and get me centered. Then I can see looking for love. Yeah, you do that now. Because trying to get you together over here, it's going to take a whole lot more of your focus, RM. Because when you get over here, man, there's really some stunners over here that you're really going to have a chance at having. It's just too many, man. It's just too many. I'm in a little bitty place like St. Carlos City. When I ride the tricycle from my house to the gym, I promise you, man, I probably see as many studs, I'm talking about beautiful young women, just from that little trip that I probably see all day in America, in Louisville, Kentucky. I'm just being honest with you. So, yeah, the time to work on yourself will be now, because when you get over here, man, your focus is not going to be what it needs to be. But I hear you, brother. He said, Calvin, can you lift up your wig and scratch your head? Would be hilarious. I just did it. When I took it off, it started itching. But yeah, I am. Yeah, man, because I'm going to tell you, it's crazy over here, man. I mean, it's like, that's why I tell guys, don't be in a hurry to get over here. They're not running out of women over here. I'm good. That's the good news I got for you today. I mean, I don't want to sound like a creep because I'm not. I'm just telling you facts. And then when you go to a place where it's more congested, like Cebu, Young Fresh Global Travel, thanks for that super chat. Said women lose 90% of their eggs by the age of 30. I want kids, so I date 19 to no more than 25. Yeah, and I'm 46. People need to stop judging. Yeah, exactly. And then remember on my last live stream, I said, well, you got to get to the point where you have to stop caring so much about what people think and just live your life. I mean, time's not running out, but your life is running out. The clock is ticking. You don't know when you're going to die. You better live the way you want to live. Do what you want to do. Go wherever you want to go before your time runs out. He said if the Philippines was closed, so man, they'd run over this place. They would bum rush this place. They would destroy it. He said, my daughter's 19. I'd rather 40 something. He's more established and a lot more mature in most instances. Because, my daughters, I mean, they really need to throw their pickers away. But over in America, it's like you got to date somebody your age. Well, you're much more, and I can't get it through their heads that they're much more mature than the guys their age. It's just a fact. Those guys, they're not ready to settle down. I've got a daughter, 21. Now she's going through it with her boyfriend. I'm like, what do you expect? I have a 21-year-old man. Yeah, he said, I saw a dude yesterday. They had jet black everything, but old as hell. Yeah, and then they tattoo shit in. That looks the worst to me. Do you really have to have a tattooed beard, man? Now, everybody knows it's not real. They got this and this tattooed, the eyebrows tattooed. I'm like, man, okay, it's your money, it's your life, but you look ridiculous. And I understand, like, some people have, things going on with their head, so they'll tattoo, a hairline and different things up there. I mean, you really got to be meddling to see that that's a tattoo. Okay. He said, child support? LOL. Young folks here don't leave until they marry, which might be late 20s, early 30s for women. When they move out, they build a house right next to their parents. Yeah, it's different. Family's big over here, a lot bigger than what we can even talk about. The closeness over here, man, will blow your mind. And they stay living together like that. It's no big deal. I don't think I could live with one of my daughters. Like when I do go home, I'm going to have to stay with them for a week or two. Man, by the time I leave, we're probably going to be getting on each other's nerves. But over here, they do it for years. They'll have 3 and 4 generations in one house, but it's no big deal to them. Yeah, right. What's up, Saran a lot? He's building a house over here. Hey, thanks, George. But yeah, I would get my life together, guys, before you get over here. Because trying to get your life together here, and and trying to avoid the pitfalls over here, man, you're gonna be doing a juggling act. Hey, Victoria, welcome. He says I ran into 12 girls giving me a stare just walking to the local store, man. We will see how you feel when they looking at you, dog. Yeah. He said, congrats on the 4-year anniversary, but guess what? It's an anniversary for a lot of us. Keep doing you, brother. Thank you, man. Yeah, I met him in Dumagetti. I was getting an extension. I think he was too. He was with his wife and his son. But he's taking a leap, man, but he's got skins in the game. He's got a son. He's got a wife. But I would wait. I would kind of wait to see how these immigration rules are going to settle down. I don't think you have any problem, but I don't know, man. It's just kind of, I'd hate to have the cloud over my head. If you build a house and you buy a condominium, then all of a sudden, I don't think they would blacklist you. I don't know how they would do that, though. See, that's the problem. I'm more confused now than ever. Hey, just humble me, Clark. Thanks for that super chat. He said, to each his own. Just because something is legal doesn't make it right. chronologically, grown doesn't mean actually grown. Yeah, it's just like you said, it's your choice. And but women are more mature, they just mature faster. I didn't say it. A 19-year-old woman probably is not gonna want a 19-year-old man, maybe initially, but she's gonna outgrow him. She's probably gonna want somebody 24, 25 like that. That's the problem I had with my daughter. She was 14. She was dating a guy 18. She didn't want a 14-year-old, you know. But yeah, it is to each his own. He said, let the dog see with their wig on, man. Woo! They might not let me back through the gate. He said, Punky Joe, I had to ask, I enjoyed your content. Yeah, see, that's the thing about YouTube. It's so crazy. Because Paul was asking me earlier about, hey, do I get upset because these Filipino bloggers are getting more views and more subscribers with less content? And I said, well, I can't control that. YouTube controls a lot of that, really. It does. But to be honest with you, here's what I was thinking today earlier. Because I heard a guy say this one time. He said, don't be jealous of anybody. He said, just be happy God is in the neighborhood, right? Because he's talking about, don't be jealous of your neighbor. Just be happy that God's in the neighborhood. Well, it's sort of like the same thing when you see these big YouTube bloggers in the Philippines and Southeast Asia. I'm happy because eventually they're going to push people my way. That's how the algorithm does you. You see it. People who watch Sunshine Shows also watch these channels. Or because you watch this, and then they'll recommend 4 or 5 other vlogs over here. But you really can't worry about that, man. You just got to keep making your content because that's how YouTube sifts you out. I was on here a long time. I would say 6 months. I was talking, I would say 3 or 4 months in the universe. Nobody was watching my channel. Imagine if I'd have quit then. But I had no concept of YouTube.
You're bald now.
Yeah, I'm bald now. I mean, I had no expectations of ever, man, 1,000 subscribers. It might as well have been 100,000 that I had to get. I just couldn't see it. It just didn't, factor into my mind, man. There was a lot of subscribers. And then, okay, once you get to 1,000, you think, oh, okay, oh man, I'm done. No, you got that 4,000 watch time hours. But then people, they got 500. They got something now where you can do 500 subscribers and 3,000 watch time hours. It doesn't matter whether it's 3,000 or 4,000. That's a lot of damn watch time hours, man. But I mean, you over here, you might as well just keep doing it. Eventually, it's going to pay off, man. Who knows when the next video could be that million views that you're looking for. But if you stop, then you surely aren't going to get to where you're trying to go. So I never give up, man.
We're going to the shop. Your hair gonna be back again.
Hey, Thailand in a circle. Thanks for that super chat. No, it's not. She said if I keep wearing that wig, my hair is going to grow back. How? It'll be magic. He said, for real, watching you over the years is part of why I started my channel and make content the way I do, raw. Thanks for your inspiration. Well, I appreciate it, but that's the only way I know. I'm not like Pumpkin Joe. I'm not tech, I'm not a tech IT guy. I don't know how to edit videos and stuff. And plus, he's got that drone. He knows what he's doing with that drone. Man, if I had all that stuff at my disposal, I might mess it up. He said, I don't get the stares and advances I used to get years ago. My wife says it because people watch and know you're married now. Gotta admit, I miss the attention though. But it's been, I'm gonna tell you something. You'll be shocked that you get more attention when you with a woman, especially long as you and Mimi been together, because they see how good you treat her. They know you're a good man. Your stock has actually went up. Yeah, women mature faster than men. It's true. I mean, all you have to do, if you ever raise daughters, you'll see. Once your daughter start having a period, man, they're no longer interested in them little guys 13 and 14 years old. They've outgrown them. He said a 14 with an 18-year-old is like comparing a 20-year-old with a 30-year-old. The age gap is less significant with age. Thanks, Kevin, for that super sticker. Said, welcome to the chat, Victoria. Yeah, exactly true. I started with the big bloggers. Yeah, that's what happens. You know, just be thankful that Filipino P's in the neighborhood. She's got that big 300,000. Some of that stuff eventually is going to trickle down to everybody else. And Paul with almost 100,000, all these guys. You benefit from that. But remember, it begins and ends with your content. These trolls have got people afraid to talk about what's really going on over here. But I'm just telling you from experience, they're really not watching you. Unless you just get on here and just be gut level honest, which you don't have to do. You don't have anything to worry about. But if you just talk about what your life experiences is like, you just gotta let it be, let it be what it is, because people are watching you because you're in the Philippines. I had no idea that the Philippines was this popular. I mean, it's really, really popular. That's why, people say, oh, so many channels. Not enough channels, man, because we need more channels for people to be themselves. It's too many channels talking about the same thing. You see all these channels, but they're not talking about anything. So it's not enough channels. We need more. I'm just telling you, man, if you want a YouTube channel, be who you are, be yourself, and you're going to attract people. But if you keep talking about dating and you're talking about things you don't really know about or you haven't really experienced, you don't have nothing coming, because you're not going to be able to talk about it with the conviction that you need for people to relate. Imagine me talking about, oh, which is better, renting or building a house, if all I've done is rent. I've never built a house. I'm just going on my common sense, and I'm projecting and hypothetical stuff, man. It's not gonna go over well. Same with relationships. I'm telling you about the unspoken agreement because I lived it. So I can tell you about it, what it's really like, and how you're gonna be shocked when you first get over here and you're gonna meet the woman. It's gonna be like you've been knowing her your whole life. And when I tell you, oh, it's a script being played over here, it is, because every woman that I've dealt with over here, it's the same scenario. It plays out the same way. So if I never experienced that, I surely am going to be able to talk about it. Okay, he said, I got married at 19. I'm still married. I'm 42. Okay. Wow, that's pretty good, But now you're 42, okay? Now remember, enjoy the good times while you can. Just humble me, Clark, because you're about ready to go through something, and she is too. They call it a transition. They call it a transition, okay? And what that is it's going to floor you. You're going to wake up one day, and your 42-year-old wife, if she's 42, is going to be too old. You're going to want a young woman. Okay, you're gonna feel like, man, my time's running out. I got more years behind me than I do in front of me. And anybody that's been through that can tell you it's true. I went out and got the convertible. I did all of it. I went through the whole scenario. But psychologists will tell you, oh, it's not real. You're just, those are life stressors and all that. I'm just telling you that I went through all of that they tell you. I woke up one day and my wife, who was 7 years younger than me, she was too old. I was 45 when I started going through it, and she was 38. I wanted somebody younger. He said, YouTube has lowered the bar recently. I needed 4,000 hours and 1,000 subs. Yeah. But either way, though, it's tough to get that 500 and 3,000 because people have to watch you on a continuous basis. See, that's why when people say, well, why do you make videos all the time? Because it's on a rotating schedule. You can't just make videos and stop and think you're going to remain monetized. Everything's on that 28-day cycle. The watch time hours, if you get below a certain watch time hours, that 4,000, YouTube will look at it for a little while. They'll give you the benefit of the doubt, but if you keep going down, they're going to shut you off. They're going to stop you. So you can't rest on your laurels. Okay? Meaning you might have 1 million views on one video. Well, in 28 days, guess what? That's going to drop off. It's not going to figure into your, monetization anymore unless people keep watching it. He said, I see your baby, bro. She's adorable and reminds me of man when I met her mother. Yeah, Booby's something else, man. She's a lot older than what she is, man. And I told Marilyn, it really hurt my heart when I heard her say that she wants pretty hair like her sister. And I was like, how she's too young to say stuff like that. Who told her that she didn't have pretty hair? It shocked me, man. I was really shocked that someone so young would even think that way. Now, whenever Marilyn does to Sophia's hair, she got to do it to Booby's. If Sophia has the long ponytail, Booby wants the ponytail. It's crazy, man. So that's why it's important for me to stay around because, grown-ups have a way of doing that to little kids. They'll tell them, because when you're that little, you really don't know that you're different. I don't know how old you are. I'm not a psychologist. When you figure out you're different and you start noticing stuff like that. He says, how I started seeing the big vloggers where I started questioning what I'm seeing. Then I found you where there's no bullshit, no filters, raw information. Thank you. Bless up, man. I appreciate it. Everybody is trying to find their niche. And a new vlogger in the Philippines, he's automatically going to make a beeline to the dating and relationships and women, which is really a big mistake. Okay? It just is, man, because now you're going to set yourself up. You're talking about the same stuff everybody else is talking about. Now, can people get enough of that? No. But you're going to run out of content doing that. And you're going to get pigeonholed. Remember Roger and Ishmi? They start calling them the sex channel because all they were talking about was sex. Oh, wow. He said, good morning from Pang Lao, Alona Beach. Man, I love that place, man. I'm not going to lie. It just gives me that touristy feel. It's like Dumaguete. When I come to Dumaguete, I feel like I'm a tourist. When I hit Dumaguete, it's just certain places in the Philippines that I've been to. Believe it or not, Panglao, Bahal, Alona Beach gives me more of a touristy feel than Boracay. I don't know why. He said, the truth is, I just stated my cousin frequents the Philippines. I'm near retirement and I'm buying a house abroad. Philippines is on the list. He said, I'm 51 and my lady's 28. We've been together for 3 years. And now her maturity is of a 40-year-old. Yeah, well, you're going to see that over here. Okay. And that's because they have to, they're forced into it at a younger age. I tell you, Maryland was the head of the household at 11, I believe she said. Imagine that. There's no way that could happen in America. Somebody would be in trouble. Okay. But Maryland was making sure that the kids ate. Okay. Hey, Beach of Life, thank you. He said he gifted 10 Sunshine Shoulders memberships. He's been a member of my channel probably since the beginning. A long, long time, I know. He's got a channel, but he's like Pumpkin Joe, maybe on a whole other level. I really don't know, but as far as that IT stuff, y'all saw this equipment that I had at that microphone and stuff that I had. You see how that video was? See, that's from Michael Beach of Life. That's his library, really. He sent me that video and let me use it for my channel. But yeah, he's got the real deal stuff. And that's what I'm doing. See, when I saw that video and I told him, he pushed me to a whole level. I said, I got to have videos like this from here on out, really. I'm waiting on my iPhone. I ordered an iPhone. And then I'm going to order he sent me the link to order I guess it's like a dual microphone set. Because y'all deserve that, man. This is just a part of growth, really. But he's right about me doing raw stuff, the guy. I've always done it on my YouTube phone. Maybe that's why my channel's growing slow as it does. I don't know. YouTube really has a lot to do with that. I can tell you from just experience that algorithm changes, man. It's tighter now than it used to be. YouTube was literally giving away money about 3 years ago. If the algorithm, and I don't live hypothetically, guys, I'm just telling you because we're talking about this. Because it is what it is. But if the algorithm was today what it was 3 years ago, I would have never built this house. I wouldn't have been able to. Man, YouTube was literally giving you money then. They were putting you in front of more people. You were getting more views and everything like that. If you don't believe me, go look at the Bright Side channel. They got 44 million subscribers. And you know how many views they're getting now? 8,000, 5,000, 7,000. How? It's impossible with 44 million subscribers. But YouTube handles all that. So all you can do is just continue to make your content, hoping that you can gain some traction some kind of way, because that blew my mind. I saw it in my numbers, and then I said, well, let me see if I'm the only one. A video popped up, crazy how that works, where the guy was talking about it. He said he had a friend that had over 1 million subscribers, and most of his videos would get 800,000, million, 600,000. He said now he struggles to get 1,000 views, 1,000. And he's got 1 million subscribers. Man, they tightened that. So I'm glad that these big channels are over here, because, it's kind of got a trickle down effect. Eventually people are going to, sell over. They're going to find my channel some kind of way. Watching P, watching Old Dog, Every Man Has a Story, and all those other big channels over here. Because that's been proven to be a fact. When they find my channel, they stick around or they'll come back. But if they never see me, see, that's where YouTube has the power. Man, if YouTube put me out there in front of the same people that Old Dog and Filipino Peanut, my numbers would be way up there, man. I don't know how this stuff works. I know it, they're not doing it. They've tightened up. Hey, Kevin, he said, you appreciate it, Cal. Keep doing what you're doing. Nothing wrong with growing. Yeah, and maybe maybe I'm not ready for it. Maybe YouTube is telling me you gotta step it up. Maybe that's what they're saying. He said everything changed when they brought in a new CEO. It's true. Something changed, man. YouTube was giving away money, man, hand over fist. I was like, man, what about stumbled onto? Those days are long gone, man. I'm not gonna lie. Those days are long gone. He said at Pumpkin Philippine Experience said when you give membership, YouTube chooses randomly from the people in the chat. Oh man, thank you. I'm glad it's from the people in the chat. Hey, Schrodinger's cat, he said, I just got back from Iran last week. Persian women seem very similar to how Filipinos are. Yeah, I know they're beautiful. Um, people always want to talk about, they always want to compare Thailand and the Philippines, right? But you can't compare them Thailand women, the Thai women to the Philippines. They might look beautiful, but it's just brutal trying to communicate with them. That would make my head hurt. I'm sorry. I can't deal with that. Because sometimes I get a headache just dealing with Merlin's mother. Because I thought for years she could understand me. She can't. And of course, I can't understand her. Hey, Truth, thank you for your membership, man. Welcome to the Sunshine Shoulders community. Imagine when you're trying to talk to somebody, they don't understand you. You say, hey, give me the spoon, and they reaching for a pot. Or you say, hey, put this in the refrigerator, and then they start looking up underneath the sink for something. Man, that'll drive me crazy if I had to do that every day. It would. But yeah, a lot of them channels, they do talk about women, but how much longer can you do it? And then you're gonna run out of women. You see the Filipino bloggers, they're just interviewing each other. They can't even go out and get regular Filipinos off the street. They're just doing the same thing over and over. Yeah, nobody's hating on everybody, guys. Come on. He said, I'm 47. My lady is 37. We've been together for 6 years now. And somebody said something about, the divorce rate, separation rate between Filipinos and foreigners is low. It is because it's all in their culture, though, man. As long as you don't mistreat them, they're going to follow you to the end of the earth. That's just been my experience. They're just not going to leave. Why would they leave? I'm putting together a video. I don't even know if I really want to do it or not, but I think it'll help some people, when you talk about how we ruin women's lives over here, even though we got good intentions. Just say, for instance, I'll just take my situation with Marilyn. If I died, I ran off, or the relationship doesn't work out, man, I put her into just a heck of a predicament. And I don't think we really realize what a predicament we put them in. We really do, man, put them in a predicament. I mean, what would she do? I mean, of course, there's options. She could either how long would it take for her to really meet somebody that's gonna, come in and do what I'm doing? How many men is she gonna have to go through before she finds that? If she does. And it's gonna take a while. Okay, what's she gonna suffer in between there because I raised the stakes. They're very high, man. She wouldn't be able to do it. She wouldn't be able to keep it up. And I'm just saying, dude, we don't even think about that. The reason I was thinking about it because I was trying to count how many relationships I've been in, but I couldn't do it. So many. And they didn't work out. You know, it's like, well, why do I think this is going to work out? Probably because I'm older. Probably because I throw my pick away. But at the same time, I've raised the stakes so high that if I died or ran off or it didn't work out, man, it would all disappear. She would go, I mean, it would be hard, you know, because she's gotten used to living a certain way. He said, great point. I had a friend who told his ex, how strong is your back? Yeah, it's true, man, but I don't think we really think about it. And we don't think about it enough to do something about it. So I've been, you know, I decided that I'm just going to give her 25,000 a month. She can do with it whatever she wants to do with it. Hopefully she's going to save it, you know, in the event something were to go wrong. You know, because even though she's got this house, she wouldn't be able to maintain it, man. She would have to sell it, and then that money would be gone. Merlin's smart, though. She's very, very smart. I know what she would do. She would probably sell the house and build another house and probably have the other money, you know, as the backup. But I don't know. He said, even though that stupid cartoon was made to make fun of you, I would love to see a Sunshine Show's cartoon miniseries by you, like the old Mr. T cartoon. Which one? The one I saw was funny, really. The little short one that the guy made. I don't know. This guy is brilliant, really, making those. Because he sounds. I guess he took my voice. It sounds just like me. The one I saw. Yeah, we elevate their lifestyle, but we take them up so high, man, and then it's like we drop them. And man, do they hit the ground hard? You know, John's girlfriend went through that. Fortunately, she found a man, you know, I don't know how long it was. It was over a year. She found him. I think they're doing the K1 and everything like that. But I know she went through some problems, you know, waiting to find that man. You know, she had to go back to their little village and, you know, basically start all over. He said, one of our neighbors complimented my wife on how much my Messiah has improved, while my wife throws shade saying it's only improved a little bit. Yeah, but yeah, there's a lot to them. It's crazy. Everything I know, Merlin taught me really, except for, you know, the easy ones. But a lot of the stuff, like if I go up to the tricycle and I say, uh, take me to M. Lawyer Atbang Gasano. See, Merlin told me that. Atbang means across from Gasano because there's a lot of M. Lawyers. If you don't say that Atbang, they're going to say, what? You know, or you'll say, Asaka. Like, where are you going? It's a lot of little stuff like that that I'll say to people, and they'll be shocked. They'll be stunned, really. Like, how did you know that? And see, they'll think that you can speak Messiah fluently, and it keep them honest. You just gotta let them know, you know, don't let them know that you don't speak it. He said, trying to interview Thai women is hard. They will post half nude all over Facebook and Insta, but are scared of a normal interview. Yeah, that's how it is here. You'll see women post all this stuff on Facebook and stuff like that. Man, you ask them for an interview and they just won't do it. They're really afraid of bashers, man. Okay, remember the game show that I used to do where I asked the people questions? Well, if they only can answer one or two questions and people are laughing at them and stuff, they'll ask me to take that out of the video. They say, sir, please, by the time I get home, they say, sir, please, could you delete my part of the video? They're really afraid of bashers over here. And I think that's part of the reason why we don't get a lot of the information from Filipino bloggers that we expect. We don't really get the nitty gritty that only they can give us, because they're worried about the backlash from fellow Filipinos. So they'll talk about that simple stuff. So, some of them don't even do that. Some of them don't even do that, man. See, some of them they'll sit on there, man. They really take our kindness for weakness. I'm not knocking them though. I can't say I blame them. Because remember, it's not the people coming over. The people come over here and stay a little while. They stop watching YouTube. It's not them who's doing it. It's true. What's up, man? Of War? He came all the way from Kuwait to our meet and greet, man. This is the type of stuff that I'm talking about. Over my 4 years, I met just some unbelievable people, man. That's really the story of my 4 years. It's my audience. It's really not me. When Marlon asked me about that, really my favorite part is not building this house. It's the people I've met. He's one of them. He said, what's up, Cal and Sunshine Show's community? I stumbled across the live today from the desert. What's the topic for today? Happy 4th, Sunshine Show. Yeah, that's the topic. We just really talking about some things. But this guy flew all the way from Kuwait to Cebu, I guess, to see his woman, then from Cebu to Davao. Great guy, by the way. It's just the people I met over the 4 years, and it's flew by. The last 2 years since the pandemic was over really flew by. Because now you see bloggers saying, yeah, I'm celebrating 2 years. This is my 2 years. And I'm like, wow, it's really been that long. But the lockdown was probably the craziest time over here. See? And I don't know if the algorithm had anything to do with it or not. But YouTube was giving away money. They're not getting, man, they're stingy with their money now. That's what they were talking about. It's a great video where the Mr. Beast is under, attack right now. And they were just saying he came on YouTube at the right time, back in 2012 or something like that. They said because if he would make a YouTube channel today with the same content, doing the same thing, nobody would even know who he was. They'd never find him. But remember, that's hypothetical stuff. I don't really like to talk about it like that, but they were just asking why was he so successful? Because he's got over 300 million subscribers. I mean, that's what YouTube, that's, you look at him and you see the possibilities. Or if you don't even want to look that far, if you over here, you look at people like Filipino P, O-Dog, you're in Thailand, you look at Zoom to Thailand, some of those other big ones, I'm talking about the ones where they're going to show my video after hers. They're going to recommend or something. I'm not talking about becoming Filipino and what's the other one? The guy from Iceland. See, my videos not going to come up under him, but they'll come up under Filipino P and Old Dog, and every man has a story. He said, they did Calvin because I've been watching you since I don't know, ever since you've been on here. Thank you. He said, they did, Calvin. Yeah. That's what they do. He said, 4 hour live for 4 years. Hell, we could go. Now, I don't think I can't. be on here. He said, just kidding. It's late. Yeah, man of war. Yeah, Finn Snow. Yeah, see, I'm not going to come up under his videos, even though he's over here in the Philippines. I'm not going to come up under his, Becoming Filipino, and some of these other big, travel channels, really, that basically are travel channels and, take you all over the Philippines and show you the culture and all that. I'm a totally different blog. I'm more like just a boots on the ground like all the rest of these are. So YouTube, so I'm glad that there's somebody in this genre that's way up there. You get the trickle down effect. He says, I didn't know who Mr. Beast was until you mentioned it. Yeah, honestly, I didn't either. I didn't know about him, but when they start messing with me about the little money I was earning and talking about people for earning on YouTube, I just looked it up. Like, well, how much is people making on earning on YouTube? You would be shocked, man. You would be shocked. You got these little young guys with these gaming channels, man. They're earning 10 million a year, but you don't know them, so you don't fool with them. They don't troll them. Some of these young guys, man, they're making these videos, man. They're earning 5, 6, 7 million a year on YouTube. But they all up in my business. I'm earning 2,500, which I'm happy because it allows me to stay over here. I don't have to go back home, but I'm like, man, why are you over here worrying about me if you worrying about somebody being monetized? It makes themselves look stupid because obviously they don't know about the earning power of YouTube. I guarantee you there's YouTube bloggers over here earning the bag in the Philippines. The ones that I'm telling y'all about. You say, well, how I know? I just know based on my numbers. I'm not pocket watching. That's just based on me having a channel, a monetized channel. I can look at my numbers because they've got the same viewers I've got. They just got more of them, more views. Okay, the RPM numbers are higher, more super chats, more PayPals and all that. Man, y'all would be shocked, man. If I told you that some of these bloggers are earning 15 to 20,000 a month, man, it's a lot of money just to be on YouTube. And then you got some stupid guy telling me, oh, I don't need YouTube. Yeah, I bet you think they're laughing all the way to the bank. Stupid. Imagine earning account money on you. I didn't think it was possible. I didn't even think it was possible to get monetized when I started. I just try to be honest with people. I had no idea that there was people on YouTube earning account money. Hey, what's going on, Mr. Ringo? Thanks for that super chat. He said Mr. Beast was on Joe Rogan. You can see how he became successful there. Yeah, he's a phenomenon, really. I mean, he's become a real celebrity. He's as big as, if you're on Joe Rogan, you're a celebrity like that. But people seem to think, that's why, that kind of surprised me too. That vloggers, if you get to a certain height, you become a celebrity, man. You can't deny that when you look at Mr. Beast. He's bigger than, just any other celebrity, and as is a lot of YouTubers. I think that's another big shock, because I was in Dumagetti last week getting my extension, man, and I'm just sitting there, I'm on my phone, and some guy walks in with his girlfriend. He says, oh man, I never thought I'd see you. What a surprise, and it's like meeting a celebrity. That's what he said. That's because the wife said, well, who is he here in the Philippines? And I was shocked, man. I was like, come on, man. I really blushed, man, because I promise you guys, I don't look at it like that. But you can't control how other people see stuff. They see you on the screen and they look at you like that. But he was a cool guy. I mean, he didn't want my autograph or nothing. It was just you know, sometimes when people see you, they, especially Filipinos, now they really take vloggers to a whole other level. Ask Robert Sanford. He said, Cal, he said, I'm shocked. Everybody in this town knows who you are. I said, yeah, because they treat me like I'm a celebrity. I said, it's kind of, I'm embarrassed about it, honestly. But he said, yeah, because I was getting ready to get on a tricycle and go get them to bring them here. But the tricycle driver already knew where I live. Hey, Trey 4K, thanks for that super sticker. He says, I watched some dude wandering around the Philippines blindly. Someone in the comments called him an idiot and advised him to watch Sunshine Shoulders. That's how I found this channel. A lot of guys are getting traction over here, though, but I just don't think they have the support group that we've put together. They don't have the following that I've got. You know, they're bigger. They probably earn more money. Alex of Living Abroad told me that. He said, yeah, I got more vloggers. He said, I got more viewers and subscribers than you, but he said, I don't have the following you got. And I'm proud of that, man. 4 years of bringing people together and, you know, having these live streams like that. I'm proud of that because that's really what I'm trying to do. Guys, we need help over here. We need each other overseas. Don't let anybody tell you that we don't. We don't have time for the foolishness, man. You're going to be doing everything you can just to stay above water over here. Now you got to worry about arguing and fighting with somebody. He said, you never know how much debt someone is carrying. Income is just a number without facts. Lottery winners go broke. Yeah, you're happy, Calvin, period. Yeah, it's just that people pocket watch us over here in Southeast Asia. We're the most hated bloggers on the planet. Period. In the story. I don't know of any vloggers anywhere else, and it all stems from jealousy. They see that the vloggers before us have made this place this fantasy. And they're like, man, I wish I had a YouTube channel that was earning some money so I could stay over there. I don't have to punch this damn clock. And they come after you with a vengeance, man. He says, isn't this really your 14th anniversary with YouTube? No. Well, I didn't really start in 2010. I was just became a member of my profile in 2010, like yours, Harry Shoulders. Whenever everybody on here has a YouTube channel, whether you realize it or not, you probably just aren't uploading any content. The minute you upload a YouTube profile, you're on YouTube. So that's when I did it. No, I started my channel in 2020. August 20th, 2020 was when Sunshine Shoulders was born. During the midst of the damn pandemic, people were struggling over here, man. I saw a little boy going door to door begging for food in the squatters area. And I'm sitting there feeling sorry for myself because I can't go out and I'm like, wow, man, look at that. You know, and I said, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to sacrifice 1,000 pesos out of my savings every week to help a Filipino family during the lockdowns because, man, it's bad over here, man. And that's how I got the idea for the spin wheel, but it didn't used to be a spin wheel. I would just write down people's name on a piece of paper, ball it up, put it in a bowl, and then we shake it up and get it. But then I came up with the spin wheel. And believe it or not, the song Sunshine on My Shoulders Makes Me Happy was playing in the background. That's how I came up with Sunshine Shoulders. We're going to bring light into places where only darkness used to be. Go on my Facebook page, man. You're going to really see what my channel's all about for real. What it started out as. It's, you know, it's expanded. But if you look at the bottom, it says, you know, I need your help and support, okay? Because the more, the bigger our channel grows and our Facebook page grows, the more people we can help. We only set a goal to help 100 families. 100 families. Think about that, man. It's deep, man. He said, random question. How is the Pride Rainbow movement and confusion treated over there? Well, they don't spend a whole lot of time arguing and fighting like we do in the West, in the Philippines. It's tolerated over here. I don't want to say accepted because there's no laws protecting the LGBTQ population. But it's tolerated. I mean, they don't even get a second look. They're celebrated. They have beauty pageants and everything. As a matter of fact, the biggest celebrity in the Philippines would be considered a transgender, Vice Ganda. He's a big, tall ex-basketball player, but he dresses up like a woman. And he's one of the most, if not the biggest star in all of the Philippines. But, they don't spend a whole lot of time arguing like we do. He said, can other people re-upload your videos? Yeah, they can, but it would be, they wouldn't do it for long because it would be a copyright strike. See, I don't even bother with it. Anybody that makes a troll video about me and uses my content to do it, I could easily strike them because I did it to this one guy just to let him know, look, man, you need to stop making these videos about me using my content. Oh, he was mad. Imagine that. You're using my content to troll me. So I just, filed a copyright claim against him. Boom. You only get 3 strikes. So it gets their attention. I could look through his whole catalog and do it 2 more times and get rid of him. But I don't want that. I just want to send a message, man. Leave me alone. I don't even know you. But because they've got this, some people try to put that disclaimer up there, right? That it's fair use and all that. Well, you better hope. You can't just put that up there. You better hope that it is fair use. Hey, thanks, R68DVR. I said, congratulations, Cal. I've been with you pre-Moonshine Shoulders. Keep it coming, brother. Yeah, man. John, we got to celebrate John too, man, because he was in that mix too. I'm not going to lie. John was in that mix, man. And, John didn't want a channel of his own for tax reasons and stuff like that. And, John could care less about the trolls. He actually used to go on these other channels and defend me and tell me who my trolls were. But, he died much too soon, man. I'm just going to be honest. There's no telling where my channel would be, where John's still living. Like I said, I don't live hypothetically, but that's just one that I just cannot overlook. Me and John, man, we were a dynamic duo, man. Nobody could touch us over here. They've been trying. It won't work. John was his own self. John was like a Trump supporter. I mean, John was, the man everybody loved to hate, the white version, and I was the black version of the man everybody loved to hate. We had fun, man. Yeah. He said, Ty's handle the LGBT stuff the right way. Yeah, nobody's fighting, man. It's just not. In America, it's like, okay, well, why do I even have to know that you're that way? It's none of my business. He said, I missed the dynamic Calvin and John had. Yeah, because John was his own man. See, a lot of times when you see these people you got a yes man on one side of the other guy. You know, we were like Albert and Costello, maybe like what's the other one? What's the other? It was Bud Albert and Lou Costello, but there was another real popular duo when I was growing up, Stan and Law and Hardy. Yeah, yeah. Because he bought a different. See, I lost a lot of followers when he left because they could relate to John. They were watching because of John. They wasn't watching because of me. Because people only gonna watch you if they can really relate to you. And a lot of people could relate to John where they couldn't relate to me, and vice versa. And you know, John would get drunk. Um, every live stream, John was drunk, drinking something. Yeah, man. The yeah, Law and Hardy, man, they were funny. Yeah, but and it became such a big part of John's life, man. You wouldn't believe it. Man, John, we met every Friday morning at 8 o'clock. You know, the live stream was at 9:30. And John would have a whole list of stuff that he had been working on all week. I didn't know he took it that serious, but he did. And when I suspended him for those 2 weeks for those incendiary remarks he made, oh man, he was chomping at the bit to get back. His girlfriend begged me to let him back. Yeah. I mean, she begged me to let John come back. He said, yes, men are expensive, yet and dangerous they are. The guy was right. He says, absolutely, Frank. I believe you 100%. He said you would probably be at 100,000 by now. No doubt. Because John was just as good as any blogger out there right now. By himself, he would have been. But you say, yes, men are expensive and dangerous. That's true. And this is what we find ourselves. It's the predicament we find ourselves in over here. Don't fall asleep over here, man. You're going to be surrounded by, yes, men and women over here. Nobody's going to tell you no. Nobody's going to push back on anything you got to say. I'm talking about in your little circle of influence, your girlfriend, her friends, her family, and all of that. It can get you in trouble, man. They're never going to tell. If you got a booger in your nose, they're not going to tell you. You got a long ass booger hanging out your nose. They're not going to tell you. You know, like I said, I had that damn horseshoe in my head. Maryland claimed it wasn't no big deal. Bull crap. So I need somebody to tell me, fool, you need to shave your head. That damn horseshoe out of your head. But thank y'all so much, man. Let's do 4 more years. If anybody on here wants to be on the No Man Left Behind podcast, hey, Michael Beach Your Life, can you put up my email? I was going to do that today, man. I was going to put the damn, I forgot. I apologize. I was going to put the link. Well, I'll tell you what, I'll stay on here for 30 more minutes. I'm going to put the link. Can I put the link? Let me see. I don't know if I can put the link. Let's see. Okay, wait. It says invite guests. Okay. But the problem is, where would I put it? Okay, Michael Beach Your Life, can you see um, in the private chat? I'm going to put the link. There. Okay. Wait. Well, I'm trying to put the link in there. But I can't do it. Go into the private chat, Michael Beach Your Life, and see if you see that link. And anybody wants to come on here and say, hey, what's up? You can hit the link and I'll let you in. Is it showing? Yeah, it is. It's just in there. But I can't do it. He says therapeutic when we can chop it up with each other, with other men that speak your language. It is. It really is. But guys, thank y'all so much for your super chats, super stickers, all your thumbs up, all your support for Sunshine Shows. I mean it, man. Let's do 4 more years. So we'll be back on here again and be like, man, been 10 years. Take care. Stay safe. Stay out of trouble. I'll see y'all next time. But it is therapeutic. Well, there's my email. But I put that in the private. I put the link to the live stream in the private chat for some reason. It's like the backstage chat. Because I can't see how to do it. Okay. Oh, well. Take care, everybody.